Hello, all of my beautiful, wonderful air signs of the universe. What going on, my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarius I? It's your girl Tracy with Ascension 225, Tarot and Oracle, and I'm here to do your August 2026 reading. I used to split them up and do a reading. I used to split the month up and do 2 readings for that month, but I'm going to go back to my original format, air signs, and because of my schedule, I'm not able to record as much as I want to, so I will do a full month's for you on a day. I'm not on a daily, but on a monthly basis. I will do a full month for you, and then during the month, I will do love and career and what your ancestors want you to know. That used to be my original format, so I'm going to go back to it, okay? All right, air signs. Hope you're doing well. What's going on, guys? It's hotter than Cooter Brown here in the ATL. I can't believe it's August already, the beginning of August. And we're here to find out what Spirit wants and needs all of my air signs to know for this month. August, you know what? There is so much going on in the planets above our heads. It is redunculous, guys. So, I have put my favorite astrologers, like Jimmy the Tarot Ship, who breaks it all down, and some of my other favorite astrologers, Joni Petrie, and a few others, that really break it down on what the hell is happening over our heads, and why does all this movement create certain things or situations in our lives, okay, certain energies in our lives, all right? And I also included my favorite numerologist, because numbers play a huge part in our lives. It plays a huge part in this divination that we're doing right now. So my favorites are listed in the description box below. If you don't have a copy of your birth natal chart and you want one, there's a link in the description box for you to get your free birth natal chart. Okay, I am a sun rising Gemini. Wait, let me start over. My Gemini is my sun sign. My Leo is my rising sign, so it's Leo season. So because Leo is my rising, I am definitely feeling some of this energy. And if you have Leo anywhere aspect in your chart, then you are probably feeling it too. All right. And we just rolled off of the Mercury retrograde, and we're still still trying to stabilize Mercury retrograde. Anyway. But now we're in a Saturn retrograde, guys. And the Saturn retrograde, I believe, I don't know how long the Saturn retrograde lasts. I'm not really sure. But like I said, catch up with the astrologers. Find out all the hot topics about all the planetary changes and all that good stuff. All right. All these messages are going to be time-stamped, my air signs. Of course, we're going to start off with our Geminis. Listen, I started this reading the other day, 2 days ago, and got done with Gemini. Great reading, great freaking reading. Gemini, it was all about Gemini going through a career change, unhappy with some of the drama and the conflict happening at the job, and was considering other employment. That was what your whole message was about, Gemini, and trusting in spirit, okay? We're going to find out if that's the same message. Again, we will find out. I did see one card that made me go, okay. And I've been hearing this message for Geminis over and over again in different tarot readers' messages, and that is career or job change. All right? Or you're considering it. All right? All right. So, everything's time-stamped. If you don't want to listen to the intro, skip right on to your sign, okay? But before you skip, do your girl solid. All air signs, hit that like, share, subscribe button right now. Let me know you're here. Ring my doorbell. Let me know that you're ready to hear what Spirit has in store for you for the month of August. All right? It's reciprocal energy, guys, and I do appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, and hype. All right? All right, and then once you've done that, find a nice cozy spot where you can relax, relate, in order to receive some of these messages, or all of these messages, or one of these messages. However messages resonate with your soul, your spirit, then you know that that message is for you, my beautiful air signs. All right, so without any more to do, we're going to start. And let me see, where is my pen at so I can mark this stuff down? Okay, Geminis, we're going to start you at 5:40. Hello, my beautiful Geminis. What going on, guys? We're about to find out what Spirit wants and needs you to know for the month of August. Hold on, somebody's knocking at my door. Hold on. All right, Gemini, thank you for holding. All right, so we're going to start off with a few oracle messages, and then we're going to work our way over to the tarot. Okie dokie. All right, so hopefully you found a nice cozy spot, and we're ready to start. All right, so I asked Spirit, what are some of the most important energies that are going to be in your energy field during the month of August, Gemini? And what we got is, well, of course you showed up to your own parade. I've got Gemini energy. Yes. And I love this. I love this because, I mean, you're the third sign, Gemini, and threes are all about support and community and planning for the future and living la vida loca, living your best life, you know. Yeah, that's what it's all about, and having that support system, family, friends, co-workers, whatever it is, lovers, surrounding us in order to enhance our lives. To me, that's what the threes are all about. It's, you know, full of hope and all that other good stuff, because the Gemini is the magician, and the magician is a major manifester, and so Geminis can take and use any parts of the elements to manifest exactly what it is they want, need, and desire. Okay, people, places, or things. All right, so we've got Gemini here. And this could also be about your duality as well, you know. Yeah, you know, the light and the dark, the happiness and the unhappiness, you know, being balanced, you know, since you are the twins, finding that duality, that maybe that sweet spot in the month of August, because July was a little bit bumpy. I can only speak for myself because I'm a Gemini, May 22nd. So let me know when your birthday is, Gems. I'll try to remember to open up the comments box. But yeah, with Mercury being in retrograde, almost the entire month of July, it was, you know, the energy was kind of up and down and a little bit bumpy. And hopefully in August, I know it's eclipse season, but hopefully in the month of August, things will calm down a bit. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then we've got Jupiter. Yeah, man, Jupiter has been front and center over the last several weeks. I think Jupiter is... Jupiter is the planet for our alter ego zodiac sign, and that is our kissing cousin of Sagittarius. Okay, so Jupiter is all about expansion. You know, expanding your horizons, whatever that may look like to you, Gemini. Expanding in a job, expanding in your relationships, expanding in any way that you feel that there needs to be expansion. Okay? I love that. Yeah. And then we've got Cancerian energy. We just had something in... is it... is it Saturn retrograde in the sign of Cancer, I believe. So Cancer is a big deal right now. Cancer is also the sign of the major arcana of the Chariot. You know, being determined, being decisive, being confident, moving in the direction that you want to be moving in because you manifested it. All right? And you're going to use that Sagittarian energy of that Jupiter energy or that Sagittarius energy in order to expand in some kind of way. All right? And then I've got Moon. It says feelings and subconscious. Subconscious. So we've got the Moon energy, and the Moon represents Piscean energy. There's a lot of watery energy here, Cancerian, Piscean, and the Moon, you know, sometimes hides our secrets, hides our shadow sides, the sides that we don't want people to see. Okay. It also could not only hide secrets, but maybe not allow you to see things in a clear, concise way. Like there's some murky waters. But the Moon also represents divine feminine energy and being tapped in and tuned in to that intuition, that intuitive part of you. All right, Gemini? So if you've lost your way, if you've lost that connection with your intuition, the voice of spirit, that's how spirit speaks to us and guides us, is through our intuition points. All right? This might be telling you it's time to reconnect. All right? And it's really funny because we've got the Moon card here, and one of your major arcana at the bottom of the deck is also the Moon. Okay? All right. Could be that something is going to be revealed with this Moon energy, you know, or that your intuition may become heightened during the month of August and all this eclipse season and all this other stuff. Okay, I think the eclipse is on August 12th, and we've got Lion's Gate or the 8/8 portal. So all this is coming up leading into September. September is normally a huge eclipse month, so hold on. All right, hold on, guys, hold on, buttercups. All right, so words of wisdom and guidance. I've got it's time for you to be brave. Time for you to be brave. If you haven't felt brave, or you've been anxious or fearful about something, Spirit says no. No. Whatever you're manifesting, don't allow fear to be a part of that equation. Be brave. And it says fear is a guardian, not an owner. It's okay to be a little anxious and maybe a little afraid, but do it. Be brave enough to do it even afraid. All right? Because fear is a guardian. It's not your owner, or should not be your owner. Some people, it is their owner. They allow fear to stop them from accomplishing anything in their life because they're afraid of failure. But Gemini, no, we're not going to do that. Let it flow, boo. Let it flow. Whatever it is, let it flow. Go with the flow. It says bamboo bends, but it never breaks, okay? And for some of you, a moment has passed. Waves retreat to return with force. So a time has passed for something in your life. People, places, or a thing, okay? All right. What else do we have? Oh, I forgot to show you the crossing card for the important energies, and the crossing card was Mercury, your ruling planet, Gemini, was in the crossing position, which means very, very, very strong energy. And it could be in the crossing because it was in retrograde, and now it's sort of like in the shadows. Okay? waiting to go direct again. But this is very strong energy, your ruling planet. Okay. All right, and let's see. So we've got, you will be going through a metamorphosis, or continue to go through a metamorphosis. I am not joking when I tell you, and I've said this many times, Geminis and Sagittariuses are polar opposite signs that we share a lot of likenesses with. All right. Have been going through a serious metamorphosis, a serious glow up over the last 4 or 5 years. I'm telling you, you can go back to my Gemini videos 3 or 4 years ago, and I was saying the same thing. You're going through a glow up, and it has been ongoing. Gemini, a lot of you are chosen for this major glow up, spiritual awakening. All right, so metamorphosis, rescue. I don't know, maybe you feel like you need to be rescued from something. Maybe you feel like you're in a situation that you need to be rescued from, you know. Maybe you need this hot air balloon to come pick you up off of this rock island that you're stuck on. Maybe some of you feel stuck in some aspect of your life. All right. And I've got slow and steady. Yeah. Slow and steady, just like let it flow. Same type of energy. All right. Sagittarius also is the Temperance card in the major arcana, Gemini. And the Temperance card is all about staying grounded even when chaos is happening around you, or when you don't understand what's happening. For you to stay grounded and balanced. Do what you can on your end, but let it flow. Be patient. Slow and steady wins the race. Allow spirit to work its magic in the background. All right. All right. Hold on for a second. I need to turn my fan up. Here we go. Really? I don't need it the back of my head. I need it face. Okay. Hot flashes are no fun. Okay. All right. I don't know if you have them or not, but they set up. Okay. Where were we? Okay. Angelic messages. Oh, yes. And here we go again with the employment change. Some of you Geminis are not happy with your current employment situation, or you could be wanting to change careers, but something in the workforce is changing. All right, and this keeps coming up over the last 2 weeks strong. You can go to any Gemini reading, and a message about employment change, you will hear it. All right? Gemini, you're dreaming of abundance and what that looks like for you in the future. All right? The angels say that this is a part of your future. So be patient. It's coming. Some of you might have had to dip into your savings, all right, and use some of that money. Maybe some of your money has dwindled, or maybe you've used all your savings, but Spirit is also saying, Gemini, you need to hold on to some of your money. All right, you need to hold on to some of your money, especially in case of an emergency. All right, yeah. You're going to be doing your future self a service if you pay more attention to your finances. That includes me as well. And you deserve something. You deserve something. All right? Could be this abundance that's coming your way. You deserve it. You've worked hard. You deserve it. This could also be a part of this employment change that we see. All right? All right. So let's get into the tarot and see what Spirit wants and needs you to know in regards to the month of August. Holy Spirit, this is for our Gemini collective, our Geminis of the galaxy. What are the messages? We've already seen some of the oracle messages for Gemini. To let it flow. There might be a career change. Abundance is coming their way. Holy Spirit, what more can you tell our Geminis? Any type of energy. Feel free to give us any type of energy for our Geminis. All right, Holy Spirit. All right, so I cut the deck. What's in the energy, or what's at the bottom of the deck, the energy that our Geminis do not see coming towards them? I've got the Six of Swords. Ooh, I love it. The Six of Swords. This is movement for you. This is change. All right, we already saw cards that are telling you to slow and steady, keep moving forward, don't be impulsive. All right, just allow stuff to flow. All right, and this is you moving towards change, moving towards peace and tranquility. All right, especially like in your last reading that I did, the Geminis, a lot of the Geminis were having issues on the job. All right, there was some sort of competition, some sort of drama on the job, and that could be one of the reasons why some of you are going to be changing your employment, because you're like, F that, I'm not dealing with this bull. All right, so moving away from that type of 5 energy conflict and chaos. All right. All right. What's in the middle for Gemini, Spirit? I've got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. Because whatever the situation is has put you in this Nine of Swords type of energy, and that is anxiety, worry. Maybe you're worried about your job, or losing your job because of whatever this situation is. Maybe difficult co-workers or boss or whatever. This is you feeling anxious, worried, maybe not being able to eat or sleep. So this is the change that needs to happen. All right. And nines are, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm going to start the process of change. All right. Because by the time you get to 10, it's a done deal. Okay. All right. All right. What do we have, Spirit? We want to show us the most important energy for our Geminis for the month of August. I've got the Wheel of Fortune in the crossing energy. That is Sagittarius energy. Lots of Sagittarius energy. Your fellow fire sign. Your kissing cousin. All right. What else? What else is the major energy for our Geminis for the month of August? Please show us. All right. I've got the Ten of Pentacles. That's beautiful. What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini in the month of August 2026? What other messages would you like for them to see? All right, we've got 3 cards here. Let's see what we've got going on. All right, are my cards upside down? All right, I'm turning these right side up. All right. All right, I'm turning these right side up. For some reason, I don't feel like they need to be in the reverse. Yeah. And normally I would have picked them up like that and they would have been upward facing. Okay, so my bad. All right, and we've got 9 of Wands on the bottom. Another 9, boos. Another 9. You've been working really, really hard, but at this point you're like, you know what, it doesn't matter what I do, it's not enough. You know, it's not enough. There's always a problem, there's always an issue, there's always an argument. Alright, there aren't any kudos, there's never a good job or a pat on the back. Alright, so change is coming. Alright, winter is coming, Gemini. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this, and we will clarify these 5 cards, and then we'll get challenges and all that other stuff, okay? But before we delve into these 5 cards, I want to show you this energy right here. I asked Spirit to give you or provide 2 major arcanas that really tap into the Gemini energy for the month of August. The first card that came out was Justice. Alright, and you've got another Justice card right here. So Libra energy, your fellow air sign. Has there been any sort of injustices happening in your life, Gemini? People, places, or things, situations, jobs, where you felt like this is not fair, the scales need to be balanced, and all that other good stuff. Alright? Yeah, because we've seen energy in the reading I did previously that got erased. And this energy is that, something, I feel like it goes back to this job situation again. This job situation of you not feeling like like there's fairness, like there's justice, or anything like that. All right. And I've also got, this came in the crossing, and this is another Wheel of Fortune. Look at this shit. 2 Wheels of Fortune, both cards in the crossing energy. Very strong energy. The Wheel of Fortune is, like I said, that Jupiter energy about expansion, tapping into your Sagittarius self, right? And that is you expanding in all ways, Gemini. You don't have to stay stuck if you feel stuck. Alright? So, Wheel of Fortune, this is your fate and destiny. This is all about your resolve being tested, haters on the job, whatever, people trying to test you and everything, but you coming out on top. Alright? This is, this is your fate and destiny, honestly, and this is about good luck, and also about change. Alright, change gonna come whether you want to or not. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Alright, what else? Okay, so now we get down to this card. We already talked about the Wheel of Fortune that starts off your card series here, okay? The next one is 10 of Pentacles. Ultimate prosperity. Alright, the ultimate prosperity right there. This could be a new opportunity that's very, very prosperous to you. This is some sort of good fortune and fulfillment for you. Alright, as the wheel turns, okay, you are this beautiful, loving Queen of Cups, emotionally intelligent and emotionally mature, loving, nurturing, kind, and compassionate. Yeah. Alright, so even despite the haters or the chaos, you have remained in this type of energy, gems, and you will remain in that type of loving, kindness, compassionate energy. We've got the Justice card twice. We've got the Justice here, the Wheel of Fortune, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card. I mean, these are double messages for you. That fairness is coming towards you. Whatever you thought was unfair or unbalanced, and whatever this situation is, guess what? I just saw 2929 on the timer. Look up that angel number. All right? I know 29 adds up to an 11, and 11s are all about new starts. Okay? That's a master number. It's all about new starts, and it also refers to the Justice card. Okay? 11. I love it. Love, love, love it. Ooh, I've got the lovers. The lovers. This is you too, Gemini. You showed up strong in your own reading. You know, where's that other card? Where's it? Yeah, you showed up very strong in your own reading out the gate with the Gemini card, all right? This is another Gemini card, the lovers. Okay, this is all about you making choices and finding your harmony, whether it's in a relationship, at a job, whatever it is, you finding that harmony and balance and making that choice to go towards that. All right, the lovers used to be called the choice card. Or this could even be you having a choice in lovers as well. All right, but I don't know, I kind of feel like in this situation, this is all about you making a choice or needing to make a choice about your, finding balance and harmony in your life. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get quick clarifiers. Where's my other deck at? Where did I put it? Okay, here it is. All right, here we go. And look at what we have on the bottom. 9 of Wands. I'm tired. I'm tired of working hard and putting in all this effort and nobody notices. I never get kudos. I feel unappreciated. There's a lot of drama and conflict going on the job. And guess what? All right, Holy Spirit. We're going to go ahead and shuffle a few times, and then we're going to clarify these cards that are on the table for Gemini. And then we'll close out your reading, all right? All right, so. And I also want to get, some of your challenges and whatnot, so. All right, what's on the bottom of this deck, that the energy that Geminis do not see coming towards them? You walking away from something, 8 of Cups. You are going to be walking away from something. In order to get this change, you may have to walk away from something. Right? Yeah, you may have to. All right. So, Spirit, can you please clarify this Wheel of Fortune for Gemini? Yeah, you know what? I always ask for the cards, for the specific cards, and the cards fall wherever they want to. And so when I first started doing this channel, I would allow the cards just to fall on whatever card needed clarification, and it did it on its own. So I'm going to continue doing that. All right, Spirit, please allow the cards, the clarifying cards, to fall on the cards that need to be clarified. Please show us more energy for the cards that need to be clarified. All right. Okay. So the card that's on the bottom is the 9 of Pentacles. You letting it flow, and you going about whatever this is in a slow and steady fashion. I don't know what I did with that card that said, I got let it flow, but the other one was, I forgot what it was. But anyway, yeah, I can't find it right now. But anyway, about you being brave. 9 of Pentacles is not impulsive. The 9 of Pentacles takes their time. They think about every aspect of, what they're doing, their choices, all that, because they don't want to mess up their abundance in any way, because they feel like they put in a lot of hard work tending to this garden. So to be impulsive, just say, I'm out of here, this night is not going to do it, and neither is Gemini. All right? Okay. So, what fell on the Wheel of Fortune in the crossing is the Ten of Cups. Yeah, the wheel is spinning. All right, your fate and destiny is spinning, and what is going to come forth is this beautiful Ten of Cups. We already saw the Ten of Pentacles for you, the ultimate prosperity, but now we've got the Ten of Cups, the ultimate emotional happiness, family, relationship, kids, all that, okay, all of that is coming, and I'm loving that. Yeah. Okay, on the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Death card. More watery energy. We've got this Scorpio energy with death. Yeah, and death is about change. It's about walking away from what no longer serves you, giving something a proper funeral that does not belong in your life anymore, figuratively speaking, and locking the door because you've given it a proper burial and said goodbye. And from that action comes spiritual awakening, leveling up, because you understood the assignment. All right, you can't tote all this stuff behind us and expect to have abundant, beautiful lives. We can't carry all the hurts and pains and this and that and whatever with us. No, we've got to let it go, lock the door on that shit, and say deuces. Yeah, I love that. And so what do you need to release, gems, with this death and rebirth? People, place, thing, job, whatever. All right. So we have two cards that fell. We've got a card that fell at the top of the Queen of Cups. We've got the Six of Cups in the crossing. The Six of Cups, this is all about, happiness, finding harmony. I feel like this is in the crossing right now because I feel like you haven't found it just yet. You're on a quest to find this balance, this tranquility, this happiness, this harmony in your life. All right. You could even be being nostalgic, thinking back when I was truly happy, when I felt truly fulfilled. Maybe it was before this job or before this relationship or before whatever. It's in the crossing. It's very strong energy. And, hopefully this is not energy hopefully there's not energy that is blocking you from getting to the Six of Cups. So sometimes crossing cards can be that there is some sort of blockage in your way. And then at the bottom of the Queen of Cups, I've got Two of Pentacles. I don't know. You could be juggling your finances, robbing Peter to pay Paul, who knows? This could be that you need to find harmony in your own bank account, your savings. Remember we saw the card about savings, money, right? So this could be about you being unbalanced in your finances right now, okay? And you need to find harmony with that. And what landed on the Justice card and is touching the Lovers card, I've got the Five of Cups. Yeah. I don't know. Is this you feeling this way, Gemini? This Five of Cups, feeling sadness, disappointment? You feel like you lost something? Because these cups are spilled. Okay? These cups are spilled. But there are still two viable cups behind you. Just like we saw in the Eight of Cups earlier. We saw that in the Eight of Cups earlier. Is, there are still two cups, two healthy, balanced cups available to you. So we can't get stuck over here crying and continuing to cry over what we lost, our disappointment. I shouldn't have chosen this. I should have chose that instead. None of that. All right. Go towards the Two of Cups. All right. Yeah. And there you go. So, what are some of the challenges? Let me see. What are some of the challenges for Gemini during August? What are some of the challenges for our Geminis during August 2026? Please allow the cards to fall on the table. Well, that's a lot. All right. That's a lot of cards, okay? All right, so I've got the Hierophant in the crossing, or the High Priestess in the crossing on top of the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like, maybe some of you have not been truly tuned in to that intuitive side of yours, because the High Priestess doesn't make any moves without consulting that intuitive side of herself, that voice of spirit. She doesn't make any moves, and this is in the crossing, so yeah. Maybe this High Priestess is unclear, about this death and rebirth. Maybe you're not totally tapped in and tuned into your intuitive side and able to receive those intuitive messages that you need that are for guidance. All right. And I've got the Five of Wands. Yep, we saw this about competition, conflict, chaos. You needing to practice self-care with the, Four of Swords. You practicing self-care. And one of the challenges is you being indecisive about the direction, maybe the direction that you need to go in, or making a firm decision on what you need to do about your situation. But here again, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight saying, hold on, I know I might not be happy in this situation, but I'm not going to be impulsive. I'm going to be strategic, and I'm going to I'm going to think it all the way through before I make any type of decision to be able to move on or move forward. All right. And then lastly, I've got the Sun card. And the Sun card landed on the Justice and the Lovers. All right. So what's in store for you is the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Sun. There are two Justice cards, so justice and fairness for sure, and two Wheels of Fortune in the crossing. Your fate, your destiny, your resolve might still be tested. You might still be tested right now, and maybe that's why the Wheel of Fortune is in the crossing. You're still being tested. Your resolve is about whatever the situation is. All right? But guess what? This is already written in your Akashic records. Whatever the outcome is, it's already written. But you just need to go with the flow. Be that Queen of Cups. Still that loving, nurturing, kind spirit, despite any sort of drama, any sort of haters, any sort of bullshit on wherever in your life. All right? Because abundance and blessings is coming to you. And we saw this earlier. Look. You're going to be employment changes. You deserve something bigger and better. And dreams of abundance. Oh, yes, baby. Whatever you're manifesting, you're going to get it. All right? All right. So, last cards are your angel number. I've got 1331. Here we go. Boo. We've got good fortune. Good fortune. We just saw the abundance card. Just saw the abundance card for you. Yeah. So it's coming, baby. 1331, and you might be seeing 1331. You know, you might be seeing synchronicities. You might be seeing this number all the time. All right. And last, we've got your universal message. Opportunities will soon knock at your door. Debt will be wiped clean, and your bills will be paid in full. Your finances are about to change, and I swear to goodness that when these cards flip out, I don't even look at them. I just put them in the position that they need to be in while I'm channeling, but I don't actively read the cards. The employment change, I remember seeing that come across. But this, and to be honest with you, this card came out in the reading for Gemini that got erased. So Spirit needed and wanted you to really see this message come hell or high water, Gemini. It's coming towards you. Opportunities and money. Receive it. Be ready for it. Take care of it. Okay? All right. I love it. Thank you so much, my beautiful Geminis. I hope you liked, shared, and subscribed to the channel. Hype the video. I love you so much. Thank you. Have a happy August. All right? And I will be doing readings for Geminis during the course of the month. Career, finance, love, all that stuff. All right? See you later. Hello. What's going on, my beautiful Libras of the galaxy? This is your reading for August 2026. All right, Libras. So before we get started, do your girl solid. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Hype the video up, you guys. This is what Spirit wants and needs you to know for the month of August. A lot going on over our heads, you guys, with the planets. We just finished a Mercury retrograde. Mercury's in the shadows right now. And Saturn, we just started a Saturn retrograde, I believe in Cancer or something like that. I'm not sure how long that lasts. That's why I've listed my favorite astrologers and numerologists down below in the description box, so that you can do more research on the planets and see how they have an effect in your life. All right, Libras. All right. So after you like, share, subscribe, and hype, find a nice cozy spot where you're able to relax, relate, and hopefully receive. All right. Starting off with the oracle messages, and we'll pull some cards from the tarot. All right. So important planetary, zodiacal, energy, houses. This is what sort of astrological energies are going to affect Libra the most during the month. I've got Taurus energy, Taurus the bull. I've got Aquarius, your fellow air sign. I've got Aries. All right, now Aries is your polar opposite sign. Okay, so just like I'm a Gemini, my polar opposite sign is a Sagittarius. We have very similar traits and qualities, but yet we're different. All right. So this is your polar opposite. This is Aries, the Emperor and type of energy, the leader type of energy, the first one that kicks open the zodiacal gate. All right. And then we've got Mercury front and center. All right. Okay. You might have been feeling, the effects of Mercury retrograde yourself, Libra. Or you could be involved. Or you could be feeling maybe some of this Mercury shadow energy that's still kind of in the mix. All right. Okay. So Mercury is the planet of intelligent thought process as well as communication. Okay. So let me see. What type of guidance does your spirit team want you to know? During the month of August, you might want to break some rules there, Libra. You know, you're always the one that keeps everybody in balance and tries to keep yourself in balance. But you know what? Spirit's saying, live la vida loca and break some rules there, Libra. All right? Yeah, you don't have to, you know. Old maps don't chart new islands. Ain't that the truth? Seek alternatives. Be water, flexible, finding different routes, okay? So seek alternative routes, direction, you know, choices. And physical healing. The body is a river. Let the current cleanse it. This also could be that some of you, not all of you, could be seeking alternative medicine as far as physical healing is concerned, okay? All right? All right, so there you go. All right, what do the Ascended Masters want you to know? Spirit of place. I forgot what this card means. Hold on for a second. All right, so the first card up you got is Spirit of Place. And this is Colette Baron Reed's her oracle deck. I'll tell you the name in just a second. But the Spirit of Place is, if you have any questions about what's happening in your world, in your circumstances, in your situations. For example, it says, when the Spirit of Place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your question is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation, meaning go with the flow. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody the love that you're looking for rather than longing for it. Because anytime we long and focus on something, we kind of push it away from us instead of saying, this is what I want to manifest, this is the type of love I want to manifest, the type of partner I want to manifest, write it down or whatever, give it over to Mother Moon or to Spirit and let it go. Let it go. All right. All right. Then we've got, some of you are going to be moving in a new direction. You could actually be moving, period. Moving apartments, moving houses, moving to another state, another country. But there's movement happening, or will be movement happening in your life in the month of August, Libra. And lastly, I've got come together. Maybe you're moving to come together with something or someone. All right, this is a beautiful card. I love it. Yeah, maybe you're moving or needing to move to be closer to what brings you happiness. Okay, could be a long distance relationship, something of the sort. All right, angelic messages. I've got no more complaining, Libra. No more complaining, and it is safe for you to receive. It is safe for you to receive. All right. All right. And the Ascended Masters messages. I've got obsession. Are you obsessed over something? Is this? It's time to get out of your head, Libra, and back into your heart. All right. Some of you might be obsessed with people, places, or things. Let it go. Get back to you. Get back to yourself. Get back to your own heart. Yeah, surrender. Surrender to Spirit. Surrender to love. Surrender to whatever. All right? Angel numbers. Pay attention to your angel numbers. Some of you might be seeing 6 or 60 as your angel number, all right? The angels are trying to deliver a message to you. Some of you might be actually self-sabotaging yourself, especially if some of you are obsessed with something. obsession, doesn't always, isn't always healthy. So some of you could be self-sabotaging yourself. Maybe some of you are entrepreneurs and says you may be creating pain for yourself by standing in your own way. This could be you standing in your own way of your business, something that you're striving towards, okay? And I've got shooting star. You are a shooting star, and you're about to step into your fullest potential, Libra. All right. So let's get into some of the tarot and see what the tarot has to say. Let me see. I think I'm going to use this deck. I guess. Wait a minute. I'm going to use this deck. All right, Spirit. Okay. This is for Libra. This is for our equalizers of the universe, of the zodiac signs. The equalizer, the balancer, the one who brings justice, all right, and equality. What does justice need to know? What do our Libras need to know? What's in the energy at the bottom of the deck that they have coming towards them but they don't see? Lots of choices. You having choices and options, all right? And what's in the middle? Ooh! 4 of Wands. You see, this couple, they are in wedding garb, okay? This is one of the marriage cards in the tarot deck. The 4 of Wands. This is about home and hearth and sanctuary and finding happiness there and stability and sharing it with somebody that you want to spend the rest of your days with. I love it. It's really, really, really beautiful. It can be a time of celebration. Some of you may be getting married, all right? That could be why you're moving across country or to another state or wherever, down the street, because you want to come together with that person. We already saw those cards just a few moments ago, all right? Show me all right, hold on. I forgot to show you these cards real quick. I asked Spirit to give Libra 2 major arcana cards pertaining to Libra's energy for, I want to say October for some reason, for August. You got the Wheel of Fortune, like your fellow air sign of Gemini. Gemini got it twice. Got the Wheel of Fortune. This is that Sagittarius energy. This is about fate and destiny. The wheel spinning. What you having your resolve tested, but still coming out on top. Okay, there's great fortune in this, and good luck and expansion. That Jupiter energy. Okay. I love that. And then I've got the Hanged Man. This is watery energy. The Hanged Man. This could be about that self-sabotage that we just got finished talking about. Because it says, I feel trapped, indecisive, and confined. I think I may be self-sabotaging myself, and I feel stagnant in my current situation. So do some of you Libras feel stagnant and stuck in your current situation? Whatever situation we might be talking about? I'm not sure. Yeah. But this is the second time self-sabotage has come out. And we just started your reading. Alright? The Hanged Man takes a pause. And the Hanged Man says, I need to be able to just not move too impulsively. I need to pause. I need to look at this from all different angles, whatever this is. I need to look at things from a higher perspective or a new perspective, all right, in order to figure things out and to make the judgment calls that need to be made in life, okay? All right, cool. All right, Holy Spirit, show us. Okay, I got the King of Cups. What else? The most important energy for our Libras. Got the Five of Swords. Most important energy pertaining to our Libras. Woo! Wow. Knight of Swords. What else for Libra? What else for our Libras during the month of... Okay. No problem. All right, we've got Nine of Cups in the crossing. And the Star, Aquarius energy. And we did see that Aquarius energy in your earlier cards, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. What's going on here? And we've got the Hierophant on the bottom. This is the second marriage card. And this is also Taurus energy. Okay? This is the second marriage card. So, is this about your marriage, Libra? What's going on? If it's not about a marriage, the Hierophant is a person of wisdom, a person who might be a mentor or somebody you may be seeking sound advice from. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is a learned person, especially in religion. All right. So, yeah. All right. We'll find out more. Hold on to that thought. First card up is the King of Cups. King of Cups is that water energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And the King of Cups is nurturing and compassionate and emotionally intelligent. Even through the storms of life, this King of Cups knows how to keep their composure. Okay? Five of Swords. Oof. Fives are all about change, and the Five of Swords could be an indication of conflict here. Some sort of conflict in your life, whether it's internal or with another person or people. The Five of Swords is about conflict. It's about being indecisive. It's about feeling loss and the pain of loss. All right? Got the Three of Swords right here over her heart. That's loss, pain, heartbreak. In the crossing, we've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is ambitious and daring and goes towards whatever they want and desire. This knight may be coming towards you to bring a message. He's holding the he's holding the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords provides truth and clarity when it's held upright. So this King, let's keep going, King. This Knight of Cups may be contemplating coming towards you with a message, or you contemplating going towards somebody to speak your truth, deliver a message, have a chat of some type. Could be about this Five of Swords situation. Could be and the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords together equals the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is all about getting out of that five energy, that very tumultuous conflict type of energy of the fives, and moving towards tranquility and peace and finding that sweet spot in life where you can find happiness, all right, without holding your head like this, okay? Nine of Cups in the crossing. Crossing cards are very, very strong energy, or there may be something blocking you from attaining this energy. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups, for me particularly, is about you identifying exactly what it is that fills your cups up as an individual. What makes you happy? What brings you abundance? Right? If you're not sure about that, then you being in that hanged man type of energy to try to see things from a higher perspective or a different perspective may be very much needed so that you don't self-sabotage. And last card in the crossing is the Star, Aquarius energy. Yeah, we saw the Aquarius energy already. This is a card of healing. It's a card of trust and unwavering faith in spirit and your spirit team. All right, sideways. You might be sideways about having this faith. Maybe your faith is being tested. Remember I said with the Wheel of Fortune, your resolve might be getting tested. All right, and so maybe your faith being tested, or you being able to heal being tested. Remember, we saw the physical healing card, and maybe somebody's trying some alternative medicines. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get some clarifiers. I just allow the cards to fall on top of the cards that they're supposed to. All right, and they normally never fail. All right, so this is for Libra spirit. Libra, let's go ahead and clarify the cards on the table for our Libras, please and thank you. At least one card each. What's on the bottom of the deck that our Libras do not see? The Hermit. Not only do we have the Hangman, where you need to take a pause so that you can reevaluate some things, we also have this Virgo energy of the Hermit. Yeah. This could even be going through the dark night of the soul, but the Hermit is really consulting with spirit, really examining, everything. Whatever it is that needs examining, this Hermit is being introspective and getting the inner guidance from spirit. Yeah, because, some of you feel like I've done all the hard work. I still don't see my ships coming in. I don't know what else to do. So. Alright, this is for Libra spirit. Please allow the cards to fall on the cards. Please clarify whatever cards you want to clarify and fall where they're supposed to. Please and thank you. Anything else, spirit, that is for our well, okay. Alright. On the bottom, we got the King of Swords. This king speaks nothing but truth and clarity. Alright. This could be somebody in authority as well, making decisions. This could be you making decisions. Alright. Wow. Okay. So, on top of... what is that? On top of the Knight of Swords, maybe you needing to have going towards somebody and having a conversation, or they coming towards you. I've got the Moon, maybe a conversation about, seeking the truth, uncovering any secrets, any illusions that were, shown. Maybe there needs to be a conversation about that. Clarity. Because the moon energy can be murky, unclear energy, okay? And have the strength to ask the questions that need to be asked and have the conversations that need to be had. This is Leo, and it is Leo season. So, yeah, tap into that strength of Leo. All right. And then following that, we've got, heading up all of the cards, we've got the Ace of Pentacles for you. The ultimate gift of abundance from Spirit, Libra. And abundance can be in any form. It could be money, it could be a new opportunity, it could be a new person in your life, it could be any type of opportunity, okay? Abundance is different to many different people, okay? And then we've got Page of Wands in the crossing. These are all in the crossing. Page of Wands, all right? And the Page of Wands is what sparks your fire? That fire in your belly. What maybe you need to have a new goal or a new inspiration or aspiration. Yeah, Five of Swords in the crossing. And get rid of this Five of Swords type of energy that we keep seeing. That's 2 Five of Swords in your reading here. That's conflict, chaos, misunderstandings, arguing, not seeing eye to eye. Is this a marriage that this is happening in? Because we saw the 2 marriage cards, so I'm wondering. Got the King of Wands in the crossing. The King of Wands is successful, self-confident, and a true leader. Okay? That Leo type of energy. Alright, it's in the crossing, so I don't know if there may be an obstacle for you achieving this type of energy, Libra, or this could be your person, or the other person. No relationship is perfect. If this is about a marriage or a commitment with another person, no relationship is perfect. There's going to be ebbs and flows and ups and downs and miscommunications and arguments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But no more secrets. No, everything needs to be clear here. Everything needs to be clear here. And then the card that landed on the 9 of Cups and the Star card, it is the Knight of Cups. All right, the Knight of Cups. And this, could be somebody offering you this cup of love, or you offering somebody this cup of love. Could be a renewed cup of love if you're married and you've had some ups and downs in your relationship. Maybe you want to find that spark again. Go out on dates, be romantic. This could be also one of the things that fills your cups up, is acts of it's not acts of service, but it could be acts of service. Somebody, I don't know, one of the love languages is somebody being romantic and taking you out on dates and doing nice things for you. Maybe that's something that fills your cup up. Okay? Healing energy. Alright. There may be a new chapter that you're going to be starting here, and if you are able to renew things with this person, then this could be a renewed chapter for the both of you. All right, and here we are with the Hangman again. You needing to pause and see things from a different perspective or a higher perspective, or this could be the both of you needing to do that and get over this disappointment, this loss, this hurt, this pain. this heartbreak that has occurred here. All right. Yeah. And now there needs to be equal give and take. All right, equal give and take. And I didn't see this card right here. What is this? Oh, we did see the Hermit. We did see the Hermit. We did see the Hermit. All right, so that is it. And your angelic numbers. Oh, yep. Now, how many fives do we already see in your reading? At least 2, right? Well, here we go again. 555. Change is about to happen, Libra. Like it, lump it, want it, don't want it, it's about to happen. All right, sometimes the universe will push us over the edge into change if we're unwilling to go. Okay? Yeah. It says you're going to level up, Libra. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. Embrace change. It's hard, it's difficult, but needed in order to grow. Okay? And your universal message. Things are going to be turned in your favor. People that were against you all of a sudden will be for you, Libra. Ideas, creativity, promotion, contracts are going to be coming into your hands. Ooh, new opportunity, baby. Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities coming your way. All right, so embrace them. Go with the flow. Embrace the change. It's needed, Libra. All right? All right. Thank you so much. Hello, my beautiful I'm sorry, I almost called you Sagittarius. My bad. Let me rewind. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius, my beautiful air signs, my lovely humanitarians of the galaxy. How are you? You doing all right? We're about to delve into your August 2026 reading to find out what Spirit wants and needs you to know in any area of your life. Whatever comes out, okay? So, Aquarius, I hope you're doing well, abundantly blessed. Do your girl a solid. Ring my doorbell by hitting that like, share, and subscribe button. Hype the video up for me. I really appreciate that very, very much. All right? Listed in the description box are my favorite astrologers and numerologists. All of this ties in together. So there's a lot going on over our heads. We just got finished with a Mercury retrograde, all right, a few days ago. And we started a Saturn retrograde, I believe, in Cancer a few days ago, or yeah, a day or two ago. So there's a lot going on. Even more than that is happening above our heads. If you're interested, check out Jimmy the Tarot Ship or any of my other astrologers that I have listed in the description box. And also check out the Numerologist, because it all ties in together, guys, all right? So, like, share, subscribe, and hype. I appreciate it, Aquarius. Find a nice, cozy spot where you can relax, relate, and hopefully receive some of these messages that Spirit has for you, my fellow air signs. All right, let's get it. All right, we're going to start off with the oracle messages and work our way to the tarot. So let's get going, guys. All right, the strongest or the most potent astrological energies for you, Aquarius, during the month of August. I've got oh, okay, hold on. That's going to be last. All right, so I've got Mercury, and Mercury is in the shadows right now. We just got finished with the retrograde. I don't know if that affected you or not. I'm a Gemini, a fellow air sign, and it did affect me. It was the month of July was sort of up and down. All right. We've got you, Aquarius, strong. You are the visionary of the zodiacal signs. All right. You are the one always seeking and to help people, and lift people up and extend a hand, and that is what we love about our Aquariuses. Scorpio, we've got the mystic here. All right, so Scorpion energy, you might have a Scorpion in your life. The Scorpion energy also points to a few of the major arcana cards, such as the Death and Rebirth card, putting old things to death that no longer serve you, people, places, or things, locking that door, and going through a spiritual growth spurt from making that choice, that judgment call. All right. Also, the Scorpio energy is the Tower card in the major arcana, so there may be some hiccups along the way for you Aquarius in the month of August. Okay? All right. Libra, the beautiful minded, the one who keeps everybody balanced and level and creates justice for all of the zodiacs, and that is Libra energy. All right, our fellow air sign, and then we've got Leo energy, the sun. We are in Leo season right now. Harness that Leo energy and use it. This is strength. Doing it even while you're afraid. This is, just having that intestinal fortitude. Okay. And then lastly, I've got the 5th house, and I've got joy and play. Get out there and be joyful and play. All right, Sagittarius. Sometimes Sagittarians can be a little serious. So get out there and play, guys. All right. All right. The Colette Baron reads. I can never remember this freaking deck name to save my life. What's this called again? Oh gosh, something path or map, enchanted map. All right, so we've got Peaks of Joy, and we just saw a card that said joy and play on it in your 5th house. So this is a card that sort of backs up that other card, that you need to go out and have fun and have some joy in your life. All right, I love that. Maybe you're coming out of a deep freeze where you were in hermit mode for a while, okay, or things weren't happening or moving for you, okay. Something was in a deep freeze, either you or whatever your situation was. Something wasn't moving. All right. And then I've got intention. Make sure that you are intentional in the month of August, especially going towards your goals, your aspirations, inspirations, all that good stuff, okay? Be intentional. All right, Ascended Masters, what do you want to say? We've got all is well, Aquarius, all is well. Chaos is just dance disguised as chaos. All right, so, and then we've got release control. Release control. We can't control everything. We've got to allow spirit to move behind the scenes. All right, so release control. Water finds its way. Yield. Don't steer it. Okay. And then I've got release limiting belief systems. I kind of believe that these two cards showed up for you in last month's reading. All right. So maybe there's some things that need to be released, and that could be why maybe things were in this deep freeze energy. Okay. Working on releasing control and the turnout and how things happen and everything else. We cannot control everything, but you can control and release whatever has been holding you back, those belief systems, those traditions that don't resonate with you in your life anymore. Time to release them. All right. See things from your higher self. All right. All right. Words of wisdom. I've got the only person who needs to approve of you is you. Aquarius, all right? You are the only one who needs to approve of who you are. I know people think you're different, you're quirky, you're this, you're that. Excuse me. But you don't need anybody to approve of you. You're highly connected to the to the spirit world. Okay? And let me see, 19. Yeah, I love that. Okay. And angelic messages. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Have the courage, all right, to ask for and accept help from your friends, your family, co-workers, whatever. And we are in attraction mode. We don't chase, we attract, right? That's right. That's right, Aquarius. All right, so let's find out what Spirit wants and needs you to know. All right, Holy Spirit, what can we tell our Aquarius collective? We've already seen some of the oracle messages, so what can you expound on as far as Aquarius and their energy for the month of August? Please and thank you. Alright, what's in the bottom energy that our Aquariuses do not see coming towards them? 8 of Tools. I've got the 8 of Wands. Alright, you going towards something. Okay? You taking action on something. Okay? I love that. You taking action. You full steam ahead. And what's in the middle? What's in the middle? We've got 15, 16, 17, 18. And that is the Moon card. Full Moon Farm. Alright, we've got the Moon, number 18. And, all these cards have several different meanings. The Moon is all about, tapping in and tuning in to your intuitive side, tuning in and hearing, whenever you hear that voice that whispers to you in any of your access points for your intuition, for you to know that voice, you know whose voice that is, that's Spirit, and for you to allow that voice to guide you and not second guess it. All right? The Moon can also be about secrets and mysteries and illusions that have been created. All right? Hopefully this is not you deluding yourself. Okay? This is a time with all of this energy going on over our heads and Saturn being in retrograde. This is a time for honesty, clarity, and nothing but. Okay? No more murky energy or any illusions being woven here. Alright. Alright, so we need about 5 cards. Most important energy for our Aquarians for the month of August. Please allow the cards to fall on the table, please, and thank you. This is for Aquarius. Alright, we've got 2 cards. We've got the 9 of Pleasures. What is the Pleasures? 9 of Pleasures. I wonder if that's the wand. Hold on for a second. Alright, thanks. I just wanted to look because this is a new deck that I'm using. So we've got the 9 of Pleasures, which is the 9 of Cups. Alright, and yeah, let me get the rest of the cards and we'll go over them. And then we've got the, what is this? The 3 of Pleasures, the 3 of Cups here. Alright. Alright, what else for our Libras? What else for Libras for the month of August? We have got the Devil. Ooh. And show us more. What else do we have for Aquarius? Alright. Hold on. So this card is in the crossing. We've got the 2 of Meals. So we've got cups, we've got meals. I think that's, I don't know, I think that's wands. Hold on for a second. Ugh. Alright, so we've got two of meals. The meals equal pentacles. And you've got the queen of meals, which is the queen of pentacles. And you got two bonus cards. You've got the high priestess, and you've got the 10 of pleasures, the 10 of wands. Alright, so 9 of wands. I'm sorry, pleasures is cups. I need to figure this deck out. Alright, so 9 of cups, or 9 of pleasures. This is what, this is wish fulfillment, and this is you possibly figuring out what makes you happy internally. Alright, what fills your cups up? Because to me, the 9s are you as an individual person, you know, and the 10s are you all booed up. So this is you as an individual. What makes you happy? What fills your cups up? What brings you fulfillment, Aquarius? I don't know why I want to keep calling you Sagittarius. Maybe you're involved with the Sagittarius. I don't know. Or you have Sagittarius somewhere in your chart. Then we've got the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is you living your best life, you know, with the people around you and everything that you need around you to make you happy, to make you comfortable. This is your friendships, your family, your community, your coworkers, whatever. Living your best life. Okay? And then I've got, somehow the devil is in the middle of all of this. Okay, this is Capricorn energy. The devil is it could be something as simple as you being fearful of moving forward or trying something or doing something. But the devil can also represent an unhealthy attachment to something. Okay, it could be an addiction, it could be a person, it could be, you know, watching porn, whatever. You know, that is that type of energy that lowers our vibration. Okay. Got the 2 of Cups here. No. The 2 of Pentacles here. The 2 of Pentacles. 2s are all about making a choice, and the 2 of Pentacles is maybe you're trying to balance your finances, find harmony as far as your abundance is concerned. Abundance doesn't always have to be money. All right, but yeah, this is finding balance. Maybe finding balance in your partnerships or your bank account, wherever. Then we've got the Queen of Meals, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you showing up as this boss mama or boss daddy, but it's feminine energy, and we all have feminine and male energy. So the Queen of Pentacles is that person who has her own abundance, her own wealth. Okay, the things that make her valuable as this queen. Who knows? Maybe she owns her own pizzeria. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But this is big mama energy. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is a loyal, caring partner, parent. They take care of home. That is what's important to them. Okay. Then we've got the High Priestess. Piscean energy. The High Priestess does not make any moves without consulting Spirit first. Spirit, what do you want and need me to do? Spirit whispers to her, and then she does it. All right, this is somebody who's truly tapped in to their intuition. This could be a message saying, Aquarius, I need for you to be more fully invested in your connection with Spirit, so that when that voice whispers to you, you know exactly whose voice that is. And then I've got the 10 of Pleasures, the 10 of Cups. Yeah. The 10 of Cups is the ultimate healthy, loving connection. Who doesn't want that? It's a divine connection that is filled with harmony and love and equality and equal give and take and all that. I like it. Alright, we're going to just get a few cards just to clarify whatever. I'm going to let the cards fall where they may. There's never any mistake as far as where the cards fall when it comes to Spirit. Alright, Holy Spirit, show us clarifying cards for these energies for Aquarius. Please show us the most important clarifying energies for our Aquarius. Alright. Alright, this is an outlier right here. Okay. Alright. Are there any other messages that you would like to share? Any other clarifying messages that you would like to share as far as Aquarius is concerned? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Alright. A lot of cards in the crossing. What's on the bottom? I've got 5 of Cups. So he's dealing with broken cups. The 5s are all about change. The 5s can be very hard energy because change is never easy. The 5s can sometimes be full of conflict and not seeing eye to eye, arguing, and all that other stuff. 5 of Cups is somebody who might feel regret, remorse, a sense of loss. Maybe they feel like they missed an opportunity at something. There could have been 3 cups involved in this whole scenario, and they all got spilled. Okay? So take it however it resonates, if it even resonates. Okay? This is loss, sadness, and disappointment. Alright. We'll start... okay. We're going to start with the outlier here. I've got the Hierophant in the reverse. Okay. This is Taurus energy. Okay. Aquarius. This is one of the marriage cards in the tarot deck. Alright, one of the marriage cards. There's only like 2 of them. This could be about a marriage that's upside down. Okay? Yeah. And if it's not a marriage or a commitment that's upside down, okay, this could be that rebellious, non-conforming type of energy. You possibly looking at those core values and those traditions that you were taught growing up that may no longer resonate with you. Remember, we saw that card, release limiting belief systems. This could be you releasing limiting belief systems with this Hierophant card in reverse. It could be limiting belief systems that are about religion, all right, because the Hierophant is the religious person and the High Priestess is the spiritual person, all right? So you might be examining some of those limiting belief systems and letting them go because they no longer serve you. If this, or this could be a marriage that is upside down, all right? We're going to start with the top row. On top of the 3 of Cups, we've got the Sun. You living your best life with abundance, blessing. It could be even increasing your family with fertility. Or this just could be abundance of love and money and everything that you could possibly think of. This is true happiness. Okay? Living your best life for sure. And on top of this devil energy, I've got the 9 of Swords. This devil energy, whatever this is, could be creating stress, anxiety, depression, can't eat, can't sleep type of energy. All right, this is that worry type of energy. What are you worried about? Is this fear? Is that where this what this is? If it's not some sort of other type of limiting attachment because it's attached to the devil, you can't get very far, right, with that energy. I've got the Six of Swords crossing the Two of Meals, the Two of Pentacles. All right, and the Six of Swords is all about you getting out of that 5 energy of conflict, chaos, arguments, not seeing eye to eye, and going towards this Six of Swords. You see, this person's got their passport. They might be writing a letter to somebody saying, I'm out of here. You might be leaving. You could be leaving a marriage, or you could be leaving those limiting belief systems. But this is going towards leaving that 5 energy behind and going towards peace, tranquility, happiness. Yeah. And that card was also touching the Queen of Pentacles energy as well, you know. All right, so moving down, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse here. I don't like to see the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is an emotional loss. This could be somebody who is depressed, sad, uninspired. Yeah. There is no joy here. This could be the loss of a love. Okay? All right. And then in between the Two of Pentacles or the Two of Meals and the Ten of Pleasures, which is Cups, I've got the Hanged One, Piscean energy. You know what? We did not see those major arcana cards. I meant to show them to you. I will show them to you in a minute. The Hanged One in the crossing energy. Crossing energy in my readings, very strong energy. Energy that you need to hear, see, feel. Or it's in the crossing because there's something that's blocking you from getting to this energy. The Hangman is finding balance. The Hangman could be taking a pause, letting something go. This could be you contemplating letting something go. All right? Yeah. This also, you know, is the Hanged One or the Hanged Man is taking a pause so that you can see things from another perspective or a higher perspective. Maybe you need to see this connection from a higher perspective. If the relationship is upside down, this happens to be about your core values and things not, you know, some of those traditions and values not, maybe some of them are self-limiting, and you're releasing those. You're examining those. You're seeing things from a higher perspective here, so that you can go towards this ten of Cups, right? And then next to this, I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Everybody's been getting the Wheel of Fortune. Everybody has gotten the Wheel of Fortune of the air signs. The Wheel of Fortune is governed by Sagittarius energy and Jupiter energy. Expansion, and that's what Aquarius is all about. Expansion, going forward, forging forward, kicking down doors, kicking down any limitations. That's you, Aquarius. All right? Yeah, so the Wheel of Fortune is your resolve may have been tested, but guess what? Good fortune and good luck, prosperity, expansion, good karma may be coming your way, because you withstood your resolve being tested. Okay? All right. And, you know, the good thing is you might be going from somebody who used to see things from a religious aspect only, because maybe that was the way that you were brought up, and you could be seeing things from a spiritual perspective now instead of a highly religious perspective with this High Priestess energy. And the Hierophant and the High Priestess are partners, all right? They are equally yoked partners, all right? But I've got a Hierophant in the reverse and a High Priestess in the upright. So this could also be a mismatched connection, a mismatched marriage. Okay? Wow. All right. So the two cards, the two major arcana that I forgot to tell you about when we first started, I've got the Magician for you, and this is Gemini energy, and could be Gemini and Virgo energy, and this is all about being a major manifester. So maybe you need to tap into that magician inside of you so that you can manifest anything that you want, need, and desire. Okay? Yeah, I love this. And this could also be about you discovering your hidden powers, because we did see a card stating that you are connected to the spirit realm. Okay? Yeah. And so, yeah. And then we've got Scorpion energy, death and rebirth. Death and rebirth is endings, changes, so that, or, you know, even losses in our lives that help transform us and help us grow into the person that we wish to become. But we couldn't grow or learn if we didn't have those good, bad, or indifferent type of experiences. So you might need to be putting some things to death as well, closing the door on it, especially if they no longer serve you or what you're trying to do in your life. Lock the door, give it a burial, whatever this energy is, so that you can continue to grow and transform as a spirit being. Okay? All right. Angel number, I've got 2323. There's a lot of fives in your reading, Aquarius. A lot of fives. Lot of fives. We saw the Five of Cups. Yeah, and is that the only five that we saw? Could be, but we've got 2323, which is 5-5, right? Endless cycles. Is somebody out there repeating the same old cycle and never growing, never graduating to the next level of awareness? Like a dog chasing its tail, you keep going over and over the same cycle over and over. We need to stop that. It says there's some truth that you're resistant to accept, Aquarius, over and over again. Until you're tired and restrained beyond depression, it takes a decision to live life for yourself. Maybe you're living your life for somebody else and not yourself, being your authentic self. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. Ooh. Ooh. You might be seeing 20. You might be seeing 2323 as a synchronicity. You also might be seeing 5-5s. When you look at the clock, it says 555. You know? Or you see a sign that says 55 Delaney Street or something. Alright? And your universal message is, just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play, Aquarius. Be patient and trust the process. Yeah. First, you got to release limiting belief systems. Okay? In order for this energy to come through, you got to set your intentions. Okay? You've got to release control of the outcome. Because all is well. Spirit is going to make sure that all is well. And you let it go because you're attracting, not chasing. Okay? Yeah. Absolutely. And that could be why we see this deep freeze energy, because something, and I said that at the beginning of your reading, maybe something's not moving, you're not moving, a situation's not moving, and this card backs it up. Just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean it will never happen. Allow divine intervention to happen instead of trying to control every aspect of your life. All right, surrender. All right, yes, because you are this star. This is Aquarius energy right here. You are this star. Unwavering faith in spirit. That's you. So have unwavering faith that spirit is going to work this out for you. All right? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, Aquarius. And I wish you well in this hot August of 2026. Be blessed. Be well.